FabSouth's first investment in state-of-the-art robotics has positioned Steel LLC among the most advanced and competitive structural steel fabricators in the United States. Steel LLC was founded in 1947 and was one of the initial companies in the formation of the FabSouth platform. With 156 employees, the 120,000 square foot facility fabricates 30,000 tons of material annually. Based in Scottsdale, Georgia, a suburb of Atlanta, the company specializes in complex, custom structural steel fabrication. Projects range from commercial buildings and industrial facilities to museums, educational institutions, and convention centers. The installation of the Zeman Conti steel fabrication robot in 2020 makes Steel LLC one of the few fabricators in North America with robotic fit and weld capabilities. The robot dramatically reduces the labor hours required to fabricate a job, providing a substantial advantage in terms of production cost and quality, and laying the foundation for Steel LLC's future growth. Main members can travel 450 feet from start to completion, untouched by human material handlers. The Zeman robot unit effectively doubles Steel LLC's capacity, like having two fabrication plants side by side. By combining a talented workforce with the efficiencies of robotics, Steel LLC represents the future of steel fabrication today. At Steel LLC, incoming deliveries are met by a recently purchased CombiLift side loader, which stores materials on 3 acres of storage space before moving inventory indoors to be staged for production. Overhead cranes move material from storage bays to in-feed conveyors to the saw and drill lines. A bandsaw added in 2020 performs initial trim cuts as materials enter the shop. After the initial trim cut is made at the bandsaw, beam and column main members feed to one of 2 Peddinghaus drill saw units. The BDL drill saw unit is used for drilling and cutting heavier beam and column sections, while the PCD drill saw unit drills and cuts medium to light sections. A coping machine blocks out beam flanges, miters beam and column flanges, preps beam and column flanges for full penetration welds, and cuts beam web penetrations. The camber machine can install up to 2 inches of camber in members up to 36 inches deep, with a maximum weight of 160 pounds per lineal foot. Overhead cranes, forklifts, and hand trucks move material into the detail area and to fit-up bays on the shop floor. The detail area is used for fabricating and storing parts prior to assembly in the fit and weld bays. A fee-chip angle line was installed in 2019 for in-house punching of small punched and sheared angle clips, flat bars, and channel. Steel LLC's 3 fit-up and weld bays are each equipped for specialized application. One bay is utilized for the fabrication of smaller, lighter structural parts. The bay includes 6 fit-up and weld stations, staffed by 4 fitters and 1 welder. In all the bays, fitters are cross-trained to weld for added welding capacity. 3 overhead cranes service this bay, providing a maximum lift capacity of 5 tons. A marvel saw was added in 2020 for cutting small parts and angles that do not require drilled holes. A second fit-up and weld bay handles assemblies under 25 feet long and weighing less than 5 tons. The bay includes 10 fit-up and weld stations, with aisles for access to fit-up stations by a side loader CombiLift for the efficient transport of parts and fabricated assemblies to and from the area. 3 fitters and welders staff the unit. A plate burner capable of burning up to 1-inch thick plate is used to cut gusset plates, stiffeners, and shim plates. A third fit-up and weld bay is dedicated to the fabrication of large assemblies, including columns, beams, girders, trusses, and frame assemblies. With 8 fit-up stations, 4 fitters, and 4 welders, this bay generates the majority of Steel LLC's capacity. 7 overhead cranes service the bay, with maximum lift capacity of 30 tons. This bay is home to the latest addition to Steel LLC's equipment arsenal, the Zeman Conti Plus 1100 Steel Beam Assembler Robot, commissioned in November 2020. The robot is 275 feet long, by 35 feet wide, by 19 feet tall, and can assemble pieces weighing up to 6 tons. The robotic fabrication process is fully automated and is performed by 1 fit-up robot and 2 welding robots. CNC files generated from building design and detail models are downloaded to the robot. To begin the process, the fit-up robot scans the main members and detail parts. The robot then compares the actual scans with CNC files and notifies the operator of any parts that do not meet acceptable tolerances. Once all parts are scanned and accepted, the fit-up robot lays out all parts on the main member, while the weld robots tack the parts in place. Weld robots start welding out parts until the assembly is complete. They can install multi-pass fillet welds and partial penetration welds up to 15/16 of an inch. Rotators flip the assembly as needed, so that the fit and weld robots can access both sides of a member. Annual production capacity for the robot alone is 12,500 tons, effectively doubling Steel LLC's capacity. Following fabrication, material that is painted continues down the shop to the clean and paint area. Steel LLC carries the AISC's sophisticated paint endorsement for multi-coat primer paint systems. A wheel abrader with infeed and outfeed conveyors provides SP6 surface preparation. Assemblies are laid out on 7,600 square feet of paint bucks and spray finished to the project's specifications. The area is serviced by 4 overhead cranes with maximum pick capacity of 30 tons. Finished products exit the plant through loadout bays, utilizing 30-ton overhead cranes and a 27.5-ton combi-lift straddle carrier. Loads are built on the ground and stored on a 2-acre lot for ultimate loading onto trailers for shipment to the job site.